All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to How To University. This is the Masterclass, how to send PDFs to your Kindle app and have those PDFs read just like the Kindle books you'll buy off of Amazon. All right. We talked about the last class we had was turn articles into PDFs easily. That was the complete Masterclass. And now what we're going to do is take those PDFs that you took the articles and turned them into PDFs. And we're going to put those PDFs, we're going to send them to Kindle and make those same articles that you had turned into PDFs, make them read just like Kindle books that you buy off of Amazon. All right. Welcome, everybody. Class is officially in session. Welcome to How To University. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this one. Welcome back to How To University. It has been a while, most definitely. It has been a while. All right. Be sure to you can go to bio.link/HTU, HTU standing for How To University, or you can go to howtouniversityonline.com. All right. We got some courses, some masterclass courses coming up. And I think y'all will definitely love those, especially if you want to make a little money on the side. So be sure to check out the website. Either go to bio.link/HTU, or you can go to howtouniversityonline.com. That'll take you to the same place. All right. So again, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So like I said, the last time we had our class, right? The class we did was turn articles into PDFs very easily, right? You see how easy it was to take an article and turn it into a PDF, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take those PDFs and we're going to send it to your Kindle app for those who have Kindle apps. And we're going to make sure it looks just like one of the Kindle books you would buy off Amazon. It's going to have the same look, the nice same sizing and everything. All right. So what I want to do is I want to show you something first real quick here. Let me get this out of there. All right. I want to show you the difference on what I'm talking about when I say, excuse me, when I say there's going to be a different look. Okay. So let me close this out real quick. Excuse me. Let me make sure everything is working here. So I'm going to show you what's in my Kindle app. I have over 1,600 books. I used to have a lot of physical books, and unfortunately I had to get rid of a lot of them, and I kept some. And I was like, man, those books I had, I'm gonna have to build back up. But I was like, after a while, some years went by, I started thinking, you know what? I can kind of build up my library kind of digitally. Now, there are some setbacks when it comes to that. As you know, things can probably disappear. That's always a possibility when it comes to having something digital. But nonetheless, I said, well, I'm building up this library and I have a whole bunch of PDFs because I was able to get a lot of free books, PDF books. Some of them are the very popular books you see on Amazon. I was able to get the PDF versions of a lot of them, and then a whole lot of other PDF books outside of the Amazon library or catalog. So I was like, man, up until recently, I was trying to figure out, I always want to go back and read some of those PDF books, but I always have to put my thumb drive back in the computer and look at it there. And then I have my Kindle app on my tablet and my phone. I was like, man, but then I found out that I could take all those PDFs and put it on the Kindle app. Now, I did do a video, another class some years back, where I showed y'all a way to put PDFs into your Kindle app, where you could take the actual, you'll connect your cord from your phone to your laptop, and you just transfer the Kindle, the PDFs, excuse me, into your Kindle app from your laptop, I think, to your Kindle app on your phone. Now there's a way you could do it without having to use any cords. We're going to use email, and I'm going to get started showing you this. So before we get started, let me show you this real quick. All right. So this is some of the books that's on my Kindle app, and you have PDFs. So I want to show y'all something real quick. This is what it looks like when, and pay attention to the color where you see where it says PDF is on top of that red background, right? So I'm going to click on that book real quick, right? And this is pretty much what it's going to look like, right? You see these, see how it looks? I'm going to scroll down some more just to see part of the book. Just take a look at what the book looks like and how it's, organized and stuff like that, because what I want to show you is a PDF. Now, I said pay attention to the red background of where it says PDF, right? So now I'm going to show you some books that are also PDF, but they have a different color background. It all kind of ties into what I was saying. All right. So you have the red ones. Now you see the ones with the yellow, or they kind of orangey looking. I'm going to click on one of those, right? And let you see the difference. Look how the letters and the wording is bigger, right? See that, how that looks? See that? It looks just like when you purchase a Kindle book. It's much more easier to read. Now I'm going to come back out and go back into the other one real quick so y'all can see the difference. Okay. Look at that. See what I'm saying? See how that looks? All right. So I just wanted y'all to see what it looks like. The look on it is a way better, way much better. All right. As you can see, it fills the page up and you can see everything compared to the PDF that had the red background. All right. So let me get out of that real quick. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, I could probably do it here. Matter of fact. Yeah, let's start from here. Okay. Let's start from here real quick. Let me just try something real quick. So this is how it gets done. Okay. This is how it gets done. The first thing you're going to have to do before we get started sending anything is you have to find the send to Kindle email, which is on your Kindle app. Okay. That's going to be on the app. Every time you put a Kindle app on a phone, if you get a new phone and you decide to download the Kindle app, if you have a tablet and a phone, you put a Kindle app on a tablet, you put a Kindle app on a phone. Each app, even though it's the Kindle app, it's going to have two different Kindle email addresses. No one email address is going to be the same. All right. So I definitely want y'all to understand that. All right. So now what we're going to do here real quick. All right. So this is how the process goes. Okay. The first thing we got to do is find what that Kindle email address is. Okay. So we're going to start and take you all the way through the process. So the first thing you need to do, let's get that out of here. All right. The first thing you need to do is open up your Kindle app, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. Boom. And so as the Kindle app is opening, it's probably going to take you to the home page. Okay. And all right, now the books are loading up. Okay, boom. So on the bottom of the Kindle app, when you open it up, you'll probably see this look here. It'll be most likely it'll show home. I think as soon as you tap it on and opens up, it's going to show your library of books. And then it's going to give you suggestions under that. As you see, as I'm scrolling, these are all the suggestions. And you can cycle and purchase those if that's what you want to do. But the first row is normally your row of books, okay? It's normally your books on the first row. But on the bottom right where it says more, you want to click that, okay? So let's go on, follow along with me. I'm going to click more, and it's going to take you to this page right here, okay? Let me let y'all see it. Let me make it a little bit bigger real quick. So you're going to see a page that looks like this. Let me see. Yep. And where you need to go next on there is settings, okay? You want to click on settings. Now, what I'm going to do, because once I click settings, it's going to show my Kindle email address. And I don't want to show y'all my Kindle email address. So I'm going to pull up an image that's going to be the exact same look as if you, when you press settings and the next page pops up, that's what the page is going to look like. Okay. And I'm going to have like a generic email addressed on there for Kindle. Okay. Because I don't want y'all to see my email address and then y'all be sending me some weird PDF books and I'd be like, where'd this come from? You know, y'all might pull a funny one on me. All right. So I don't want y'all to see that. So let's go back real quick. Oh, let me go back. Go back to home. Okay. Like I said, you tap on the Kindle app and it brings you to the home page. You go on the bottom right where it says more, you click on that and it's going to bring you to this page right here. Okay. And you want to look for settings. And I can see settings here, and I'm sure you guys can see settings as well. Okay. So once you click on settings, okay, once you click settings, this is what's going to pop up. I'm going to pull my image up. All right. This is what's going to pop up. Okay. As soon as you hit settings. All right. And so what you're going to look for, you want to look for where it says send to Kindle email address. All right. Now I put a fake Kindle email address because I didn't want y'all to see mine. Okay. Like again, like I explained. So, but yours is going to have a legit Kindle email. So for instance, I put the fake one up, which is master_K9754@kindle.com. But yours would say something totally different. This is what it's going to look like. You probably need to write this down somewhere because you're going to need that email address to send when you open up your email. Some people might use Gmail and other people might use other things. And I will say this about emails. Now, I use Gmail. I also have another email account, a couple of email accounts, but I haven't tried to put a PDF on those different names, a Proton, and I have a mail.com email address. I haven't tried those. So I don't know if they're going to work the same as Gmail. So I want y'all to be clear about that. You can always experiment and try it, and it probably will work just the same, or it might not. But what I know that does work is Gmail for sure. Okay. So again, you write down that send to Kindle email address. Okay. And once you do that, all right, once you do that, you want to start looking for the PDF that you want to send. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me see here. I'm going to pull up our How To University email. So let y'all see that on the screen. Let me just pull that up. Where are we at here? Okay, we got to stop that. And let me share that screen. There we go. So after you write down your Kindle email address, right? You want to go to I'm saying Gmail, but you could try whichever ones that you guys have. Okay. Now let me okay. Let me just pull up. I could just probably pull one off the laptop. So let's assume I have which I know I do. I have a PDF on my laptop. Okay. And I want to send that PDF to my Kindle app, right? And I want that PDF, excuse me, when it goes to my Kindle app and I want to tap on it and read it, I want it to look just like the books that I might have purchased on Amazon. They're nice and full sized and you can flip with them. And some of those PDFs have the clickable links, just like some of your books that you will buy off of Amazon, where you can tap whatever chapter you want to go to. Now, I don't know if the one I put in there or I'm going to put in there is going to have it, but some of them will have clickable links where you can, just like the Amazon books, the Amazon Kindle books, that you can click on whatever chapters you want to start off with. So keep that in mind. That's why I said it's way different from just putting the PDF with the red background. If you fix it to where it has the orange or the yellow-orange background, it will look and do just like the Kindle books you get off of Amazon. All right. So let's go in and check out. There's my How to University email. All right. Let me see here. I'm letting y'all get a sneak peek into that. So this is what I'm going to do. Oh, before I do this, let me make this point. Before I do that. Now, there's one thing you have to do to make sure you can even send a PDF to your Kindle app. Okay. I'm trying to slow it down. I'm trying not to rush so you can always play the video back. You have to make sure whatever email address that you're going to use. So we're using howtouniversityonline@gmail.com. You have to make sure that email address is approved to send PDFs to your Kindle app. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. Let me see here. You have to go on from your laptop to Amazon's website. So hopefully you guys have an Amazon account, because it's going to make it a lot easier. Now let me make sure I can find it here. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through this step, because you might find that you said, oh, okay, I'm going to grab this PDF, and you send it, but there's also another step even within the email that you're going to send. So we're going to go through that as well. That's going to be the secret sauce, if you will, to make that PDF look like a Kindle book. Okay. But before you do that, you have to make sure your email address is approved, and it's easy to do it. All right. So let me see. Let me pull this up here. All right. So we're here at this page. Where are we at here? Okay, there we go. All right. So this page here is on my Amazon account. So let's say, let me put it to the beginning. Let's say when you first go on Amazon, it's looking like this, right? What you want to do is you want to go to your name account, because my account is already open. And I'm going to go all the way down to devices, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Yeah, devices. And I'm going to click on content. You see the word devices right here. I'm just go right next. Or better yet, let's go right here. Preferences. You want to go here to preferences. Okay. Click on preferences. And then this page shows up. All right. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger. Let me get my face out of there so you guys can see the screen. All right. So let me back up so y'all can see one more time. All right, let me start over. Boom. All right, so when you go to Amazon.com, you have the little, I guess their front page pops up. This is what it's going to look like. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sign into your Amazon account. All right. If you don't have one, sign up for an account. And then it's going to have your name up here, and you just hover over the area. And then you look, it's going to give like a pop-up, right? Boom. And you want to go down where it says your account. You want to go all the way down to where it says devices. All right. Right here. Okay. click on devices, and you're going to have this page pop up, right? You see that page right there. And right on the top, you have content, devices. Because you clicked on devices, it took you to the devices page. And you have preferences, and you have privacy settings. You want to click on preferences. And this is what pops up when you click on preferences. All right. And then what you want to do is you want to scroll it down, okay, to where you see personal document settings, okay, personal document settings. And right under that, it says manage send to Kindle email settings and personal documents delivery options, okay. Now, this is where I'm going to show another image because I don't want to click on it and you see my information, because I have several, and what you'll see here in a second, I have several different because I had different Kindle apps on different devices. I had phones that I had in the past. It's still up there, and it's showing all the old, all the email addresses for all those apps that I put on various phones and my tablet. So again, I don't want you to see all of that. And what else does it have on there? It has the devices on the left. It has all the emails on the right. So I don't want you to see that. I created a fake email thing, and I'll explain that in a second, just so you can see what it'll look like. Okay. So again, when you clicked on preferences, this is the page that shows up. All right. That's the page that shows up. Now we're going to get out of that page, and I'm going to click on, when you hit the, hold on, let me go back. I told you to scroll down to the bottom where it says personal document settings. Okay. You want to click on personal document settings, right? And then this is what you're going to see. I put a sample up. All right. So as you see, I put the little blue blocks to block out all the names of my various phones I had in the past, and email, all the Kindle email addresses that went to each phone. Like I might have 5 or 6 of these, and the tablet as well. They all have different Kindle email addresses. Remember, I talked to you about that earlier. All right. So when you clicked on that personal document settings, this is the page that comes up minus my little blue blocks in there. So you won't see those. That's just me blocking out my info. And then what you want to do is you want to go all the way down to the bottom where it says email addresses. And either yours is going to be blank altogether, or you might have an email address you didn't even realize you had up there. Okay. So when you look at the bottom where it says email addresses, then it says to add, it says add a new email address, right? So either yours is going to have a completely blank, no email address at all, or it's going to have an email address and you probably thought, well, I don't remember even putting that up there. You probably don't even realize, again, you probably don't realize you put it up there. You can delete that if you want. Or if you do have that email address on there, you can actually, you're done, because then you can actually take that email address that you already have and use that email address to send your PDF to your Kindle app. Because all that's saying is that email address is the one that's approved to send any PDF to your Kindle app. Now, if it's blank, what you want to do is click on that, add a new email address. All right. So when you do that, because like I said, I'm not going to show you on mine. I'm going to just explain it. When you add an email address, I think you add it and then you click a button or something like that. And then a little pop-up will say approve. It's going to be probably in green letters, and probably a check mark is going to be next to it or something along those lines. Might say email has been approved. That's all it took, was you to do that. Once you put in an email address, click enter or submit, something to that effect. And then a pop-up is going to say email address approved. That's it. Now, whatever email address you put in there, that's what you're going to use to send those PDFs to your Kindle app. All right. So now that I mentioned that, we're going to go into sending a PDF to the Kindle app. Okay. So let me see here. Which is this here? Let me get that out the paint. So we're going to go back to our Gmail. All right. And send a PDF. Okay. All righty. All right. So we're going to pop up our Gmail and bring it up on the screen. Okay. We're going to bring that on the screen. All right. So yeah, pull that up. All right. So now we in the How To University is email. Okay. So this is how it rolls. All right. I'm going to go ahead and open up. I'm going to compose. So hopefully you can see this cursor going. And I'm going to click on that to start an email. All right. Now, well, this is something you're going to actually see, huh? That's one thing I did not, I forgot to anticipate. Okay, let me see something real quick because you're going to see what the email is of my Kindle. So I'm going to explain it a little bit, kind of show you as much as possible, and then kind of leave it blank, take it out so you can't see it, but then you'll be able to see the finished result. So here's what this is how I'm going to explain it. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So right now, I'm not going to put in my Kindle email address here. I'm going to do it after I remove it off the screen. But what's going to happen is, remember I told you how to find your Kindle email address on the app? You're going to put that on the to section, right? And then here's the trick. All right, here's the trick. In the subject section, this is how you're going to make things pop. You're going to type in the word convert. If you don't type in that word convert, it's just going to send the PDF and it's just going to look, like the little janky PDF that I showed y'all with the red background. When you put in the word convert in the subject section, all right, when you put the word convert in the subject section, that word convert is what's going to send that PDF that you have with the red background, the letters PDF, and it has over the red little bar background. It's going to send it to your Kindle app with an orangey looking background. And that's how you're going to know, once you see that orange look, that's how you know, okay, it has been converted into a Kindle looking book. So that's key. Make sure you put in the word convert in the subject section. All right. Make sure you do that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put in the email address, and then I'm going to pull up a Kindle book, right? And I might show you a Kindle book so you know which one it is. So what I'm going to do, because of course I'm going to take this off the screen. I don't want you to see my Kindle address. Let me see something here. And so what I'm going to do, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to move this off the screen. Let's remove that. Boom. All right. Let's stop the screen. Payow. And what I'm going to do is, can I possibly pull this up? Is that even possible? Let me see first. I just want to see what book I want to send that I haven't really actually sent yet. Oh, okay, there's one. Okay. So what I'm going to do, there's a PDF book. It's called 8 Minutes Fitness at 50 plus. Okay. 8 Minutes Fitness at 50 plus. I said I was going to actually put that in my Kindle. So I haven't put that one in. So that's going to be the one I put in. I'm really trying to see if I could show you this, but there's no way to really show you. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. All right. So I'm going to take a PDF book called 8 Minute Fitness for 50 plus. All right. And I'm going to put it in my email with the word convert in the subject section. Right. and I'm going to send it to that email address that's on the Kindle app, which I showed y'all how to find that. And then it's going to have, like, the PDF right now has the red background, like I showed y'all earlier, how they look, right? And when it goes to my Kindle app, I'm going to show you where it says 8-Minute Fitness. It's going to have the orange background, because actually that's one of the books I wanted to put in my Kindle. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Let me see. Okay, so I have to put in that my email address to the Kindle app that's on my phone. I was talking about the tablet, and each one is different. Like I said, I got a tablet with my Kindle app is on it. I have a phone with the Kindle app is on it, but the email address on the Kindle app on the tablet is different from the phone. So they all, like I told you earlier, they always going to have different ones. It's never going to be the same. The phone is going to have its own. The tablet has its own. And if I bought another phone and I downloaded a Kindle app on that one, it's going to be a different Kindle email address than those two, the phone and my tablet. They're never going to be the same. So let me go ahead and I'm going to type this in real quick. I'm typing in right now as I'm talking. I'm typing in the email address of the Kindle app. All right. I would type faster, but I have something blocking some of the keys at the moment, so I can't do that. Okay, so now what I'm doing right now, okay, I put in the email address from the Kindle app. I've typed in the word convert, and now as an attachment, which is something I should show you right now. So let me do this real quick because I want y'all to see this as well. Let me make sure I show you this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had some technical difficulties, but we're going to keep it going. It's probably, when you see this, it's going to have some edits in it, wherever there was some blank space, if there were. So it was something I wanted to show you before I continued on to send this PDF out. All right, so let me show you this real quick. All right. So let's pull that up. And there's one thing I wanted to make mention of real fast here. All right. So again, in the recipient section, you want to put your email address, your Kindle, put who you sending it to. You're sending it to the Kindle email address. So that was where I showed you how to find that. You're going to put that there. In the subject section, you're going to type in the word convert. Then what you're going to do on the bottom section here, since we're using Gmail, and I don't know what other emails you guys might use or try to use, this is, it might have the same similar thing. You want to click on attach, and I think I can go ahead and do that so you guys can see that part of it, because I need to find that PDF there that I wanted to. So you want to send it as an attachment. Okay. I'm on now. There we go. So that's the book right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm hoping you can see that. And 8-Minute Fitness at 50 plus. That's the book I'm going to send to Kindle. Now, as soon as I hit open, it's going to send it, as you guys can see on the screen. Okay. All right. And so that's the book that's going to start looking like a PDF. It's going to look like a Kindle book once it gets sent over. So now I got that process going. Now I'm going to move it off the screen because I don't want you to see my Kindle address. But I'm going to walk through the process now. I'm getting ready to put in the Kindle email address. We already typed in the word convert in the subject section of the email. We went to the bottom, clicked on the little paper clip to attach that PDF. Hopefully it showed on the screen that the book that I want to send to my Kindle app. And now all you got to do is click send. Okay. So let me put in that email address again. So I'm putting in the Kindle's email address, which I showed you guys how to get, right? Like I said, I have something blocking the keys on this laptop, so I would have typed it faster, but it's probably good. That way you can follow along. So I put the email, the Kindle email, who I'm sending it to. I wrote the word convert in the subject section. You see me get the paper clip and attach the PDF to the email. So all I'm going to do now is click send. All right. And then while that's happening, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up my Kindle app so you can see what that book looks like, because hopefully it shows you what I was doing. And now what I'm going to do is pull up that particular. There we go. And I'm going to let you guys see what it looks like here once it pulls the stuff up. There you go. There we go. And so I'm going to stop sharing that. And I'm going to pull up my Kindle so y'all guys can see. All righty. Now here's what you all been waiting for. So now what I'm going to do is refresh the page on my Kindle. This is the Kindle app on my tablet. Let me enlarge it a little bit, move my face out the place. I'm going to refresh it, and hopefully in the first book that pops up should be that 8 minutes fitness 50 plus should pop up. So let's see. Hopefully it does. Come on now. Come on, pop up for me. Where's my phone at here? Because I did have it sent to my phone. Now, what happens is, even if you, let's say, I sent it to my phone, but it will sync. Yep, it's on my phone now. So now it should pop up, hopefully, on my tablet. So I sent it to my phone when I sent it through email, but it all the apps now, like I mentioned earlier, right? Because I don't want nobody to be confused. I did say that each app, if you put it on a new device, has its own Kindle email address. But even though that's the case, anything you load on one app is going to show on all the apps. So if I sent that book to my phone app, I sent it to my phone, I can refresh the page on my tablet, and that same book that's on my phone is going to be on the tablet, which you guys are watching on the screen now. So hopefully it should pop up now. There you go. Boom. And there it is. Y'all see the first book in the corner. It says 8 minutes fitness at 50 plus. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that book and let y'all see what it looks like. Now you see the other two books, that's a couple of books down with the red background. Now it has the orange background and it says Kindle. So those two things will let you know that it has changed into a Kindle book, a Kindle-style looking book, and not just looking like a PDF book. All right. So the key and the secret sauce to make that happen is when you go in your email to send your PDF, which is the red looking book. See how the PDF with the red in it? When you go in your email, you want to write the word convert in the subject section. That's what's going to turn it into a Kindle book. And as you see, all the other PDFs that I changed over has the word Kindle on it, right? They're all going to operate like a Kindle book and not like a PDF. They're going to look and operate, some of them. So let's click on that book so you can see what that looks like. All right. There you go, loading up. All right. And there it is. Let me see. There you go. And so nice big letters. Now let me see something real quick. I don't think this has, let me see if it has a table of contents. And if you can click on it. Okay, there you go. Table of contents, right? I want to click on something and just see if I can click on it. Some work and some don't. I've already tried them. Some, it just depends. You have to see for yourself. So I'm going to click on this one. Yep. I clicked on it and boom. See? So you can actually click on the links to bring you to whatever chapter. And like I said, not all books that you transform into a Kindle looking book where you can click on the chapters to pick which chapter you want to read first. Some work, some don't. But they all going to look like nice big lettering. It's going to look the same as your other Kindle books you buy off of Amazon. All right. And so there it is. It looks just like any of the books I would purchase off of Amazon. Nice big letters. I can highlight. See that? I can highlight. Hold on. Okay, let me go down. Let me do right here. Let me click that. Let me highlight it in orange. See, I can highlight it just like with your Kindle books, and it's that simple. Okay, and pretty much that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's how you do it. Now, let me see. There was one thing I think I was thinking about. It kind of slipped my mind because everything froze on the screen. So I'm trying to think on what it was, something else I was thinking about. I showed y'all and spoke to y'all how to figure out the email, how to find the Kindle email. I showed y'all how to add your email address because you can't send any PDFs to your Kindle unless you have an approved email address. And I showed y'all how to approve it. It happens real fast. You can do it real simple. So I showed you that. Then I showed you the finishing steps on what to put in the email and to attach the PDF and write the word convert in the subject section. And of course, on the who you sending it to, where it says TO, you're going to put in that particular app's email address in that section, and you just click send. And it took less than a minute, probably took less than 30 seconds, and it popped up on the screen, and I just showed y'all what it looked like. Okay. Let me see here. I just showed you guys exactly what it looks like. Let me pull it back up. And so that's what it looks like. It'll all say Kindle on them. So that's how you know you did it right, is where you see the word Kindle, and the Kindle is going to be over that orange, yellowy, orangey looking background compared to the ones you see on the screen where it has PDF. It still says PDF with a red background. So all of these are PDFs, but they changed it when you use that process in the email part to convert it into a Kindle book. It'll say Kindle now. All right. So I thought it was something else that I might have left out. I'm trying to remember. Here. Maybe not. Maybe I got everything for y'all covered. Maybe everything has been covered. All right. I hate to finish this up and then then it's over when I go, oh man, it was one thing I forgot. But maybe I'll do if that's the case, I'll come back and do a quick video, a quick little add on to this class to let y'all know the part that I might have missed to tell y'all. But I think I told y'all everything. And that's pretty much it, man. That's how you would take a PDF and turn that PDF into a Kindle-style book where you can click on the chapters. You can highlight everything if you want. What I didn't show you, you can also tap on a word and the little vocabulary box will pull up saying that if you telling you the definition of that particular word. Anything you do with a Kindle book that you will purchase off of Amazon, you could do it on these PDFs once you convert them into Kindle books. All right. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all for taking the class today. All right. And feel free to let me know what y'all feel about this class. Did you learn anything? Did I explain it clearly to y'all? Were you able to get everything that I'm saying? Put it in the comments. Let me know. And any questions you have, especially people who've been on YouTube, they'll send me questions. I'm getting a lot of thank yous for a lot of videos. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for sending me messages. It was more thank yous, and every now and then I get some questions here and there. I answer them, and hopefully, I guess I must have gave them the right answers, because I don't have nobody's giving me follow-up questions to my responses. So I thank y'all. Have them keep coming, man. If you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, How to University, if you're watching this on my personal Facebook page, feel free to send me a message there as well. And we're going to have to expand a little bit with How to University. We only have Facebook. We do have a Facebook page for How to University. I don't know if we're able to go live because Mark Zuckerberg and Meta and all of them kind of changed things up where we used to be able to go live. I used to be able to broadcast live on our How to University page. So now I'm doing it on my personal Facebook page and on YouTube. We're going to try to expand to Twitch. I think we already have a Twitter page, and that's, again, we used to be able to also go live on our particular accounts, How to University account, but Elon Musk kind of changed that up. So we can only put the links to YouTube channel so people can watch from there. And but it's all good. It's cool. We'll still get the information out, and we'll still keep on teaching. And so it's still all good. So be sure to send me your comments, your messages, your questions. And I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you're able to follow all the steps and the processes of how this works. And with that being said, you know how we do all the time, man. Class is officially dismissed. All right. You don't have to go home, but you got to get out of this class. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. This is How to University. We will see you again on another class. Also, put in the comments if it's something you want to learn. Put it in the comments. We'll see if we can break it down for you. All right. How to University. How to University. Go to bio.link/HTU, or you can go to howtouniversityonline.com. All right. There it is on the screen. You can go to either one of those web addresses. It'll bring you to the same place. And with that being said, yes, indeed, this is How to University. The class today is how to send PDFs to Kindle and have those Kindle books have those PDF books read just like a Kindle book. All right. We'll see you again. Peace.